I believe we should not always go first because everyone will be excited, to add on their points and start first, take the initiative.
It is not done in 1 or 2 days, Anisha. It's definitely not done like that.
Hi everyone, welcome on board to Cat King. This is Anisha here, and today I have with me Babita, Megha, and Rohit, three amazing people from ISME Bangalore. We are going to talk to you about how to crack group discussion today because that's something which each one of you are preparing for right now before getting into your B schools. In fact, bookmark this video and keep this will help you even later on when you sit for your placements because you'll have group discussion for those companies as well. Before we get started, let's hear a little bit about you. So why don't you all quickly introduce, what's your background? Before getting into MBA, what have you done before, Rohit?
Yeah. So hello everyone. So I am Rohit G. Nakshatri. I am basically from Karnataka, Davangere. So I completed my Bachelor of Commerce in 2020, the COVID batch, and later I took a break of 1 year. I work in my own organization as a I look after procurement, production, and accounts, HR, everything. I just took a uh, experience of each for like 1 month, and then I decided what I need to do, and then I joined ISM.
Okay, that's lovely. That's great. How about the rest of you? Tell us a little bit about your profile.
Hi, Anisha. I'm Megha, and I'm a chemical engineer. I have been graduated from BTU from Karnataka, and I soon after my engineering, I've done internships at chemical industry and the pharma industry. Then I decided to join MBA, PGDM here, so I'm here.
Okay, that's lovely. And how about you, Babita?
So I did my Bachelor of Commerce in Marketing in Jyoti Niwas, Bangalore. And after that, I took a 1 year break for my cat. And then I never even realized that I would even step into MBA. And here we are at ISME.
Okay, that's interesting. So now you all entered into that, first year's done and everything. So do you feel, okay, this 1 year back, same time, even I was going through this chaos of, how to crack interviews, how to crack GDs for all the colleges?
Yeah. It was like which how to crack interviews, how many we have to refer, what topics we have to read, how current affairs, which newspapers. It was like confusion, excitement. I don't know what, but we were all going through it.
Lovely. So I'm sure
And
students who are listening to us are also going through the same dilemma. So I want you guys to give us tips like top 3, 4 things that come to your mind, what everyone should do to make sure you're cracking any group discussion.
so it's basically as I believe we should not always go first because everyone will be excited, to add on their points and start first, take the initiative. But when you go second, the people will be a bit calm, and they would not cut you. And second thing is you should always be a moderator. There comes a point where you won't be knowing which way the GD is going. So if you're a moderator and note on all the points and just you can give the good conclusion. So this is
Okay.
what points when it comes to GD.
That's interesting. Megha, you also spoke about, what topics to read and newspapers. Do you think that helps before going for GDs to be well read?
It is not done in 1 or 2 days, Anisha. It's definitely not done like that. It is continuous process. How we keep a track on daily newspapers, how much we are connected to the world, and all those things. When we are at the GD, when the actual process is going, then what comes to our mind is what is already stored before, what we already are prepared for, or what we know. And when we speak, we only speak which is pre decided in our brain, which is there. So that is what it is. And according to me, in GD, being more clear, being more precise, and being more specific is more important.
Lovely.
So
That's important.
I think
There's
that
one
will help.
important thing. Like when I started preparing for CAT, I remember my coach saying this thing that preparation for CAT or going for a college, the preparation starts right in the month of Jan because November we'll have CAT. So it's like the whole 11 months is when you prepare for CAT, and the upcoming 2, 3 months is when you prepare for the interview. And that kind of stuck with me. Like he particularly mentioned you read anything but mostly he suggested non-fiction because it will get you closer to what you are going to speak. And as Megha already said, it doesn't happen overnight. So the first of all, it comes from the reading, and second of all is what you retain from the reading.
True.
There's a difference with reading and studying. So that is where our knowledge lies.
I think the way she mentioned reading, it's very important that most of the group discussions always are asking your opinion on something. So it's very important that whatever facts you're putting in, you also have your opinion. Let's say if they're talking about cryptocurrency, should it be banned or not? It's an opinion, right? So your facts and figures alone will not help. What do you personally think also matters? Am I correct, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there
And
is this one particular thing that I've observed several times is people tend to think in their mother tongue and then convert it and talk in English. So when it comes to GD, what happens is you're supposed to think in the language that you're going to speak, plus the kind of information that you're going to put up.
That's
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not,
go
it's a
ahead.
very deep
Yeah.
thought. Like, we always have that tendency. You will see if you go and ask your parents or someone who's very older from the previous generation, they'll always tell you they always think in probably Hindi. Like, or she said the mother tongue, which is there. Your generation, our generation, we tend to think in English as well. So if you are not someone who is thinking in English, try to inculcate that in you. Okay. And the best way to do that is, like even Megha said, it's not going to happen overnight. In 2 days, you won't become a GD expert, right? So what you have to do is read every day. Make sure you're reading newspapers. Every article you read, list down your opinion onto it and start building your thought process. That's going to help for sure, right?
yeah,
We have
and
to, I think, pen down
uh,
the points even during our GD time also, so that we will note and we will respond specifically to the points that has been put forward. I
Lovely.
think that also will work.
That's important. That's great. Yes, Rohit, you were saying something.
yeah. So basically, I was saying like preparing for the GD never occur in like one night preparation. You need to go like it's not only for GD perspective, even for your knowledge perspective. You should cultivate the habit of like reading every day. If not like whole newspaper, at least some of the editor page. That
Yeah.
will help us a lot. Many people, what they do is like when it is like 1 week GD or 1 week before GD or something, like they start reading the paper, and at that time you feel every news is important. But when it comes to like in the GD, the discussion is beyond that 1 week news. You will be like completely zero. You won't get
Yeah.
the knowledge about that. Yeah.
Okay. What about what happens when there's so many people and it becomes like a fish market? Everybody wants that one seat. So how do you handle such situations?
At that point of
As
time, I
already-
really see the only solution is calm down and be relaxed and just try to conclude the previous statement and again start it from the scratch.
Okay, so somewhere like a moderator, like let's hold on
Yeah.
to this thought and move to the next idea. Okay,
I
that's
think that is also a very catchy point, because being a moderator also shows a personality there.
yeah.
Like you will be knowing, you will be understanding, you will be trying to understand the situation, and it will help you to solve the major part of it. So
Okay.
I think being a moderator is also very important in a group discussion.
That's
And I would like to
yes.
add
Rohit.
one more point. You should always be a good listener. You should understand what the opponent is saying. Without understanding, we will be like he's saying some other point and we are saying which is going in opposite direction. At that time, the chances of being is fish market is more. So
Okay.
basically, you should be a very good listener.
Lovely. Any parting thoughts to all the students who are listening to us, Babita?
Not anything specific. It is going to be like, first start reading. It's like really very, very crucial when you're going for any interviews or any exams. And second of all is to always listen to the person who's going to start the conversation. It can be GD for that matter. First let the other person finish it, and then you will be able to know what you're going to talk. So I would like to say these two things. One, read, and that's all. And second is to be a very good listener.
Lovely. That's really great. So thank you so much, all of you, for coming on board with us. People who are listening to us, let's not end it up here. I would any doubts, any experiences you have faced for GDs, any questions you have, like what and how to prepare for the upcoming GD PI that you're going to face at various colleges, drop in the comments section, and I'll request Rohit, Megha, and Babita also to reply to them, so that we can help you guys clear every GD that you sit up for from today. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on board.
Yeah. Thank you, Anisha.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.